What are you going to do, Si?
Just going to blast a bit of truth through the window.
Attention Chatham House revellers. You are in the presence of a gentleman who is guilty of a crime against peace under international law for the planning and preparation of a crime of aggression, which is against the law. In a memo from Downing Street, we know that Sir Richard was at a meeting where he pointed out that the facts and intelligence on Iraq were being fixed around the policy. Sir Richard knew very well in 2002, prior to the war in Iraq, that war was going to be an illegal war. Dickie Dearlove, we know you're in there. Come out with your hands in the air. We will treat you well, we will treat you with respect. You will be okay, we will not harm you in any way, we mean no violence towards you. But you should stand trial for a crime of aggression under Article 6A of the Nuremberg Principles, a crime against peace, the initiation, planning or preparation of a war of aggression in violation of international treaties and assurances. The international treaty that you have violated is the Kellogg-Briand Pact of 1928, which stated that the high contracting parties solemnly declared to renounce war as an instrument of national policy. We have violated this pact. We have violated the UN Charter. 2A. All member states shall resolve to settle their disputes by peaceful means. We have violated this pact. International customary law automatically forms part of domestic law. A crime against peace is akin to a crime of murder. Sir Richard Dearlove is a war criminal. The man should be tried and most likely will be tried in UK courts, and if not, he will be tried in The Hague for a crime against peace, which automatically forms part of domestic law, as Lord Goldsmith kindly pointed out to Tony Blair in his legal advice. When Sir Richard is telling you about the changing face of the intelligence services tonight, bear in mind that this man himself has blood on his hands. He knew, without telling you, members of the British public, or other members of the intelligence services, that the war in Iraq was a neocon-led agenda coming out of Washington. He did not inform the British people that the truth about WMDs, weapons of mass destruction, was in fact a lie. A lie made up to convince us that this war was legal. You knew in 2002 that Washington was set on a war of aggression against an innocent sovereign nation because they wanted regime change and they wanted the oil. That's not a very nice thing to do, Sir Richard Dearlove. That wasn't a very smart move. Sir Richard Dearlove, we are the voice of your conscience, man. We know that when you go to bed at night, well at least we hope you know, that when you go to bed at night, you think about this stuff. You think about the fact that you chose your career and your nice house in Cambridge and your little society network of spooks and government professionals over innocent civilians. You should be thinking about that, Sir Richard. You should come clean and repent, and maybe, just maybe, the nation will forgive you. So, as you are listening to Sir Richard Dearlove tonight, bear in mind that this man may likely stand trial for his war crimes, which he is no doubt guilty of.
Is this a process?
No,
It's not a process.
no. I'm expressing my right to free speech.
Murderers are inside the building. Dickie Dearlove, I've got the police's phone number. I'm about to call them and let them know that we are going to citizens arrest you on your way out of the building.
I'm at Chatham House. I want to make a citizen's arrest.
Right, guys, you can come out by the front.
There's a war criminal inside the building. A war criminal inside the building. War criminal, yes. What makes you think he's a war criminal? Mountains of evidence. He basically helped construct the dodgy dossier that took our country into an illegal war with Iraq.
Right, well, we made an effort to alert the police.
I've made an effort to alert the police.
So that's evidence that we made an effort. Now we're allowed to...
Yeah, so they've changed the law recently. You used to be able to citizens arrest people, but now you have to alert the police before you citizens arrest them. So he told me I needed to go to my local police station, but that is the local police station I just phoned.
So inside there are just people coming for listening to his speech?
They're going to come and listen to him talk about the intelligence community and how wonderful the state is, and we haven't got hatred, but what we've got is we're disgruntled. We're disgruntled, man. We're not happy. We're not going to just like let sleeping dogs lie and go and get a 9 to 5. Because when it starts to get out of hand like it is now, it's a citizen's duty to stand up and do stuff and shout about it and get angry. It's your duty as a citizen of any country. If your government starts getting corrupted, starts waging wars of aggression, you have to do this. Otherwise, you are a poor citizen at best, and a bad human being at worst.
How are you tonight?
I'm innocent.
Are you aware that we've named you
suspect in a war crimes investigation into offences relating to the invasion of Iraq, and that these offences include a crime against peace, which is automatically forms part of domestic law, international customary law, not only a crime against peace.
Have you got any comment on that, Sir Richard?
Conduct ancillary to a crime.
Have you got any comment on that? The police are investigating you for war crimes?
Conduct ancillary to genocide.
Any comments, Sir Richard?
And murder for the deaths of over 1 million Iraqis.
Really intense.
But all we want to do is talk to you about it. We're not here to like assault you or be aggressive. So we just want to have a statement from you. And please explain why you did not resign from your post when you knew that the facts and intelligence were being fixed around the policy of regime change in Iraq, which was released in the minutes. Why didn't you resign, Sir Richard? Why didn't you just...
I would call this harassment, so if you could just leave me alone, it would be much...
It's not harassment.
It's not harassment, Sir Richard. I think killing millions of Iraqis is a bigger harassment. All down to you. Well, not all down to you, but very much down to you. The facts were fixed around the policy.
What do you have to say about allegations that you are a war criminal?
Is that slander, Sir Richard, if we say you're a war criminal?
Sir Richard, why, sir, when you found out following your trip to Washington in 2002, did you not resign from your post when you realised that the Americans were set on a war of aggression no matter what, and that they were going to fix the facts and the intelligence around the policy? Why did you choose to stay in your position as director of MI6? Why did you not resign at that moment, sir, when you knew that it was a false war, it was an illegal war?
What about the millions of dead Iraqis, Sir Richard? How do you sleep at night? How do you sleep at night?
Every human life is as valuable as another.
Every child is precious. In fact, I think we should citizens arrest you, Sir Richard. This is an arrest. I'm performing a citizen's arrest.
No, Andy.
I'm performing a citizen's arrest.
Andy,
Leave him alone! Leave him alone! What are you doing?
He's a war criminal.
No, he isn't.
You're a war criminal.
Sir Richard Dearlove, ex-MI6 director.